Genshin just drops the most insane video. Really? Lily? What? Like just now? Like, do I need to watch it right this second? Wait, you're piquing my curiosity. Okay, I can't bear to disappoint you, guys. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's watch it. Just this one time, okay? It's not even Nod Cry, so it's just like out of nowhere. All right, okay, all right. If you insist. Okay, okay, all right, okay, all right. Okay, all right, all right, let's watch it. This is what we're talking about. Teyvat chapter interlude teaser, The God's Limits. Beautiful art style.
This world has always been so. Life abides no reason, for none are born by their own consent. Death abides no reason, for it cannot be defied, even by those who see it coming. Time abides no reason. For it deprives us all equally, yet brooks not a second to be reclaimed. Space abides no reason.
It's her, it's all of them. They're all laddies.
The ruler of space stopped the golden-haired twin travelers and mercilessly tore them apart.
My goodness.
The beer... No. This looks more like Rhine-daughter's doing.
Oh.
Please don't litter other people's spaces with your bizarre creations.
Unsurprisingly, all life here has been rendered unstable, tainted by the ruler of space. I have seen enough to know that repeating this experiment would be fruitless.
You seem to wield my power as if it were nothing but a plaything for your amusement. Although merging with you has stripped me of agency, I shall still continue to voice my disapproval. My dear Rhine-daughter.
You have my respect, Nibirius. Your nagging is one of the only things that can get under my skin.
And you, Istaroth, why did you bestow history upon them?
I had to find some way to pass the time, did I not? After all, it's clear that Asmodee is not here.
Well, perhaps you could share your input a little earlier next time. But you're right. There's no trace of Asmodee here. Where has she gone? Anyway, it's time I put this space out of its misery.
Oh my gosh.
These meetings are just a formality. Does it really matter that only 3 of us are here?
I, for one, think that we should find her. Since the Heavenly Principles cast us as shades, not one of us has ever missed a meeting.
What if she just switched sides? Finding her would do more harm than good.
Now there's an interesting idea. Better than being devoured.
It's kind of surreal.
Just switched sides? You make it sound like such a trivial affair. We are shades, shadows of the heavenly principles. It's unthinkable. Unless she loves her new master more than her own self.
Renova, do you know that you're being watched?
By whom? Whose gaze could pierce this far?
I'm not sure who they're talking about.
I remember those eyes. It was just before I placed the curse of immortality.
Oh, yes. Looks insane.
Ah, yes. He's an old acquaintance of mine. I'm sure that working for the Tsaritsa has helped him let go of his past obsessions.
The Cryo Archon. With her paltry powers, she dares set her gaze on the heavenly principles.
The heavenly principles have yet to awaken. If I were her, I wouldn't pass on that opportunity either.
My dear Rhine daughter, you know I cannot allow you to think that way.
It was purely hypothetical, Nibirius.
For lack of a direct order, I say it's time we intervened. Of course, to the extent permitted by the rules.
Oh, there we go.
The gaze of the gods has always been considered a blessing. Hence the origin and meaning of visions. People have always yearned for the gaze of the gods. And yet, it is said that when mortals look directly upon the gods, they invite their wrath and retribution. And what of it? Lives will be lost, a nation brought to ruins. So be it. It is nothing I have not endured before. I already know the price of gazing upon the gods. So tell me, what is the price of killing a god? The god stays silent, as if the thought had never once crossed his mind. To all those who dare not look up to the heavens, Her Majesty the Tsaritsa says this. Behold. Even the gods have their limits.
My gosh, it looks sick.
Inspection over. Return to your posts.
Make sure the Frostmoon Scions don't pose a threat.
Per the Pale Star Edict, we are to retrieve the damselette from Nod Cry, whatever it takes.
Right, she was glitching. Okay, hold on. I saw something in chat that feel like I need to draw attention to. It was someone said it's a fun fact. I feel like it's more than a fun fact. It's the same voice actor as Venti across the board, like all languages. Huh. That is more than a double casting. That's like a lore reason. There's no way that's not a lore reason. Which Okay. Listen, I've been saying this from the beginning. Lots of people have said this. Venti is like hiding something and like pretending to be very weak and quiet and lighthearted. And again, for the millionth time, there's a reason, obviously, that he hasn't gotten a second story quest yet. And this would imply that there's probably a pretty big reason. Let me get this straight. Rhine is...
Approval. My dear Rhine daughter, you have my respect.
Disapproval has stripped me of agent. Although merging with you has stripped me of agent.
Merging with you stripped me of agency.
My dear Rhine.
She eated her. Venti might just be Istaroth. Okay. Additionally, they're saying of the 4 shades, one is not here, right? And that the reason might be because she loves her new master more. Asmodee, right? I don't know. I mean, Genshin has a remarkable way of giving you lots of information, but also giving you nothing. They already said no, that it's not Paimon. Give us nothing, but also so many questions. Yeah, and I'm not in tune enough with the lore to like really, like the lore YouTubers are gonna have a field day with this. It's honestly like very surreal. Even though I haven't been as, like I've kind of let Genshin go in some senses. Being like a week 1 or week 2 player, it's very surreal to finally see all this like coming together. It feels like very personal. Yeah, Arnold's gonna cry, scream and cry. Minslif and Ashikai. Yes, very surreal. Like, I don't know. How old was I when I started playing this game? 23? 24? Now I'm 29. Yeah, Nodcry looks really incredible. Like the design looks remarkable. This is gorgeous. Dang, wow. So do we think Pierre is going to be playable? So he said he knows the price of gazing upon a god. And that he was like spectating, like he was able to see into this meeting. My friend who dropped Genshin years ago came back. If that's not an indication of how good the game's lore and world building is, I don't know what is. Yeah, Genshin, like it's such a phenomenon. Because obviously there's like a million different live service games that have good stories, and a game for their main story to span this much time, you know, people move on with their lives and everyone in the world had time to play Genshin if they wanted to during like the COVID pandemic. And you know, a lot of people are done with college, or they're in college, or they have a full-time job, so they're not like actively playing anymore. But there's still like, even still, there's so much satisfaction seeing these characters that have been talked about and hinted at in books forever. Yeah, so for Ethan, who doesn't play Genshin, has never opened Genshin, these are the 3 of the 4 shades, which are basically like, what do they call themselves? Shadows of the heavenly principles. So it's like a force in Teyvat, or like outside of Teyvat. It's kind of hard to say. Like I said, we're kind of, yeah, emissaries, that's a good word. Would have never thought of this years ago. This is like the Honkaiification of Genshin Impact. Wow. It's amazing. I love how many different art styles were represented in this. Like, I know I'm not, I'm kind of like sidestepping the lore part of itself because I don't feel like I have too much to offer on that side. But I just had to say, in a world that's like, what I'm thinking of right now is how much the world is shifting toward AI and cheap art or no art or minimal expression and just the commodification of everything. It's just very cool to like see multiple art styles represented in this and know that like someone made this with their hands. Is there an Asmon Knight? Like someone or multiple people studied and learned art and now Josh is laughing at something and now have this like immortalized, connected to a game. Like that's one of the, I think, the most amazing things about live service games. Like they have their live service and gacha games, like they have their downsides and they have their upsides. One of the upsides is just like how many creative people that they employ all the time, forever. Like that is very cool.
Dear. Better than...
It's an artist's industry in a lot of ways. Writing and music and drawing and voice acting. The unknown god isn't unknown anymore. Yeah, I don't think that's really set in for me. Like, has that much time really passed? Right daughter literally just being a Ponya from Honkai Impact 3rd. Ponya. HI3. Like design wise? Oh yeah, I see it a little bit. I've never played Honkai, so I couldn't really. Other than Star Rail. The appearance is notable. Wow, so pretty. Genshin anime is gonna be peak. Min's theories are always on point. Has she already posted a video? Her theories have always been right. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all. There's like, it's pretty cool. Genshin and Genshin specifically gives a lot of hints in descriptions and it's Easter eggs and books and stuff. So it's like it's enough information for the lore YouTubers and theory writers to like piece stuff together, or at least piece together like a a reasonable theory, and then players can either like experience it blind or watch those theory videos and then see them come to fruition. Like, it's very cool. Oh, Len, thank you. Watching your content since the beginning of Genshin. Glad to go through this journey with you. Well, that is why I started playing Genshin in the first place. Is because it was like a shared interest and something that I could play and have lots of time to just like chat with viewers and stuff. I don't know. I really don't know where to put Paimon in all this, but I'll have to go and watch Min's theories because she always puts together really, really good stuff. So when she says Curse of Immortality, do we know who is that? Do we know about that? Like, is that a specific person or a race or across the board? Oh, right. The Conrian punishment. Right, of course. Duh. Thank you.
It was just before I placed the Curse of Immortality.
Right, of course. Nails are crazy. Those look like pins. Hold on. One more time. Huh? Those are talents. Who do you want to be playable and who should get the cow treatment? I think Columbina needs to be playable, but I have a funny feeling she might not be. Maybe it'll be like with every Harbinger, it'll be one's playable and one's not, and the next one is playable and the next one isn't. Because Because it was, is that how it's been so far? No, we're 3. 1 for 3. 1 for 4, right? Only, 1 of the 4. I guess Child. And Arlecchino. But Capitano isn't playable. Obviously, Senora is not playable. The Rooster can be playable for sure. Well, you can rest assured at least the ones that they will put out will be pretty ones. Because that's what gets sales on banners. Wow, really cool. I am glad that we got to watch that together, though. That was really cool. I bet this is going to be on trending. It's just a Wednesday, right? Okay, apparently a lot of people are saying that it's Paimon, but then people are saying that the theory's been debunked. So I don't think it's Paimon. I don't know. She is the poster of the game, so she's got to be someone important. I just don't know who. What if they're just saying that?